folks are waking up thinking, okay, where is the ice? Where is the snow? No. So it won't come until a little bit later on in the afternoon. That's when we're expecting conditions to start to deteriorate from there. Right now, we just have the clouds in place. So if you have to go out, now would be the time to get out and get right back in and make sure you anchor down because things will start to get worse as we go through the day today. Our temperatures falling at that. We're starting off with temperatures in the 40s so far this morning. Our 11 live weather impact alert is for Saturday afternoon, right on through Sunday. In fact, through Monday, we'll be looking at the impacts lingering on, even though the sunshine will come back to us. Freezing rain is what we're talking about here, folks, which is going to lead to the slick roads and also power outages. Power's on now. Everything's good. Make sure your phones are charging up and charged up well. We're watching what's taking place right now. Here is the precipitation in our state. Mainly up to the far north is where you're going to find that. Kensington all the way over to Cleveland is where we're seeing what appears to be snow coming out of the sky. In the higher elevations, we get some reports that there are some flakes or two flying around. This is not heavy precipitation at all. Down toward Calhoun, haven't seen any reports, but it shows some mixing, possibly. Over toward Georgia's Rome, it has been all rain so far. It has been on the light side. Roads starting to shine just a little bit there. You go over toward Juneau as well. Over to Cleveland, you got a few flakes flying around, but that's about it. Light down toward Gainesville, and then further down to the south you go. Just the clouds in place right now. I do suspect that what we are seeing up to the north will start to subside first, and then we'll get some heavier precipitation that will continue to move in. We are under an ice storm warning. You can see just about all of North Georgia, including the metro area, under that purple shade. That's where we have or are anticipating to see the ice accumulate significantly. You're talking about 1/4 of an inch of ice or higher, especially up here to the far north and north and east. We're looking at the possibility to get up to maybe 3/4 of an inch, maybe up to an inch in some isolated spots, and that could be devastating. We're talking about trees down, power lines down, maybe even some roofs being caved in on some of the older structures out there, maybe some barns, things like that. So we have to be on the lookout. And you talk about power outages, numerous power outages possible in this particular region. Just south of that, where we have the blue counties, or the blue county shaded in blue, for example, down toward Butts County, Jasper, Putnam County, you're looking at a winter weather advisory where we're expecting some accumulation, just not as high. Again, there's the bullseye up here to the north. Murraysville up toward Tiger, extends over here toward the east, over toward Anderson, South Carolina. That's where we're expecting some of the higher totals. Once you get down toward Alpharetta, down toward Atlanta, 1/4 of an inch of ice, certainly possible. And again, that can do some damage. Certainly on the roadways out there will become impassable. Some of those roads, especially the back roads that are not treated. And also, again, those breaking limbs and power outages. So we're going to keep you updated on that. Let's walk through the timeline now with Nicole.
Thanks, Chesley. As far as our showers are concerned for today, they're going to be kind of hit and miss, and a lot of what falls, at least through the daytime hours, is going to be rain. That will be kind of a transition of more of a wintry mix up into those far northern counties. Notice temperatures this morning are still on the warmer side. We have some spots, especially in the northwestern corner of the state, that have fallen below freezing, especially at elevation. And in those locations, we could start to see icy bridges, icy overpasses, kind of ice accumulating on your windshield as early as this morning. Throughout the day today, most of us stay quiet, but those northern counties, I wouldn't completely let your guard down just yet when it comes to that potential for some icy conditions even throughout the day. Our forecast track has a few spotty showers here and there, but it really doesn't start picking things up until later this afternoon. Notice at this point, this particular forecast model still has us above freezing in a lot of spots, which means that this would start out as a little bit of light rainfall. Overnight tonight is when temperatures will quickly fall. So we'll drop down to at or below freezing across the bulk of North Georgia, and that's when that transition to widespread freezing rainfall will take place. So things will start to get a lot dicier late tonight and into tomorrow morning. We'll have multiple hours of freezing rain accumulation in a lot of spots. Tomorrow, temperatures will play a very important factor in how the forecast plays out. So a little bit of warmer air tries to move in from the south. This could successfully bring the metro Atlanta area and locations out towards the west and the south briefly back up above freezing. And that would really help us out because it would transition the freezing rain back to just rainfall as this heavier line moves through. Notice some of those spots northeast of the city do not climb above freezing. That's why we anticipate ice totals there to be a little bit higher because they'll continue to see freezing rain even into Sunday afternoon as this moves through. Now, once that that accumulation ends, we will dry out into Sunday night and Monday morning. But even colder air is sinking in from the north and temperatures will plummet. So by Monday morning, we wake up to teens and 20s. That means all the rain, all the freezing rain that fell throughout the day on Sunday, if any of it is left out on the roads, it will refreeze into early Monday morning. So if you're at your house Sunday afternoon and you think, oh, this looks like it's getting a little bit better, it could still be very icy for some spots that did recover a little bit by the start of the day on Monday as we see some of that moisture refreezing. Good news is sunshine comes back out on Monday and Tuesday, which will help us to melt, but there are some spots northeast of the city that will not climb back above freezing until Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures will stay cold for the foreseeable future.